We'll be back in Wigan later. Well, she will, though. Every now and then, there comes a new musical that knocks the critics for six. And in columns, from the tabloids to the Times, the Rink at London's Cambridge Theatre has wowed them. On Broadway, the show starred Liza Minnelli and Chita Rivera. In London, Josephine Blake and Diane Langton have made the parts their own as mother and daughter, Anna and Angel. They don't actually get on until they've had a few beers. Then, it doesn't seem to matter. From the Rink, the apple doesn't fall.
Maybe we're not so very different. Huh. Well, think about it. Oh, God, me too. I hate growing older. You don't have to be a professor to see the apple doesn't fall very far from the tree. Ooh. I hate Mrs. Carlucci, may she rest in peace. There's more than a few things on which we agree. The apple doesn't fall very far from the tree. For 9 months I carried you under my heart. No wonder. That's very true. Sometimes I'm no lady. Not that right. So the saying is true. Look to you, look to me. The apple doesn't fall very far from the tree.
Hey, you know what? I got busted once.
Yeah? What'd you do?
I stole a box of Easter egg dye.
Now that is dumb. I mean, who would want to steal a box of Easter egg dye?
How about when you cheated at bingo?
Ah, you got a point there.
Right. Hey,
What?
me, I'd like to stroke some big guy's chest.
Oh, especially Italian.
Oh, Mama, they're the best. You don't need a sheepskin from Harvard to see the apple doesn't fall very far from the tree.
Me, I'd like some guy to scratch my back.
Try a little lower.
Scratch my back. The apple doesn't fall very far from the tree.
For 9 months, at least, I was never ignored.
For 9 months, I gave you free room and board.
Your tops,
Thanks.
Ma.
I know I shouldn't say this.
Oh, be my guest.
We're not so very different.
Now I'm real depressed. Well, you open a tea bag, there's gonna be tea.
You open a pea pod, and guess what? A pea.
The apple doesn't
The
fall.
apple doesn't
The apple doesn't fall very far.
Very far from the
Can we ladies have a cue for instant sobriety now, please?
Yes, acting for you.
Joe, Diane, a stunning show. I don't recall the last time I read in the papers so many tumultuous reviews, not just of your individual performances, but also of the musical itself. And now we hear, devastatingly this weekend, that the musical is probably coming off.
Yes, can you believe it?
Yes, well, it's us.
Why?
It's the biggest shock of the century. It's tragic. I mean, sadly, we've made a protest about it last night, and the cast is standing as one to say that the show has not been marketed properly, and no show will ever sell or reach the public unless it's marketed properly.
It has to get across to the media. The media do not know we're on. They do not really know what theatre we're at. Last night, during this major sit-in, I must tell you this, prove a point that people don't know we're on. The Evening Standard said to me in front of hundreds of witnesses, so what do you play in the show, and who are you, and Joe, I said, wonderful, would you print that, please? You've made my night, you know?
Right, look, we'll try and get it over to him. What's the story about, in a nutshell?
It's basically a story of forgiveness. It's about me as Anna, who owns the Rink, has had enough of it through her lifetime, is ready to sell. Madam, my daughter here, Angel, has been away for 7 years and arrives the very day that I'm about to sell.
And I say, oh, no, you don't. I'm not going to have that. And from then on, we conflict a bit crazily, I mean.
You're the only two ladies in the show. The rest of the entire cast in flashback and whatnot is played by chaps.
We have six of the most amazingly talented
wonderful
guys.
boys.
They are wonderful.
We call them our boys, don't we?
Everyone who sees the finale expects about 25 people to walk on the stage. They can't believe it's just 8 people. 6 boys have played all these
They
massive
put on everybody's
roles.
different hats.
You're pouring into this ferocious energy. It's a 2.5-hour show, both of you on stage virtually the entire time. You must be shattered.
Well, can I just say that we've also had only 2 hours sleep tonight, which is last night, should I say.
But it doesn't show, does it?
Does it? No, of course it doesn't.
Silence,
Well,
no!
we wanted to stay at the sit-in for as long as we could, you know, because that's what it was all about. But we finally had to come up to you. It was lovely.
And here we are, looking a little shattered, but full of enthusiasm as always.
It's a show with a very good sort of provenance, you might call it. Kander and Ebb, the composers of Chicago and Cabaret.
Cabaret.
New York. I mean,
Liza with a Z.
Yes.
Woman of the Year. Blue Eyes is back.
I mean, they've been writing for Liza for 20 years. I mean, their material is just wonderful, just wonderful.
You two must be two of the very few, I suppose, British hoofers, because there aren't many Shirley
There ain't
MacLaine.
many around, I have to say.
Where did you both start off, as dancers or
We
singers?
both started as dancers.
Both started as dancers.
And spread our wings from there, and we've very sensibly kept it up, which makes us mad and totally insane, but it does make us different.
We were the pushy ones in the chorus line, you see. So I'm going to get out of this.
So the aim is to keep the Rink going. You're at the
Very much
Cambridge
so.
Theatre.
We are.
And you've got 2 weeks to prove that you can fill it.
To prove that we have something to sell. The public that have seen it have adored it. So please, tell everyone to come this next 2 weeks, and we won't let them down. I promise you, it's a magical show.
You're going to give us another number later on, which we very much look forward to. What we'll try and do in the meantime is enable you to get about, I should think, 15 minutes quiet shut-eye off
Good
there
God, what
to
a
get your
treat.
energy bounding up. In the meantime, Josephine Blake knows just how you feel. From the Rink, chief cook and bottle washer.
I was running a rink, running a household and being a wife. Working her ass off should be the title of the story of my life. Oh, what a life. Chief cook and bottle washer, that's what I always was, doing what some cook and bottle washer does. Go stand and take the tickets, go make the corn go pop, bread to bake and beds to make and rugs to shake and floors to mop. Then when we break at 7, up clumps my thoughtful pet, saying, ain't my dinner ready yet? Oh, what heaven life can be when you're chief cook and bottle washer like me. Oh, chief cook and bottle washer, that's what I always did. Then I had the great good luck to have a kid. Oh. So now it's warm, the bottle. See what she's crying for. Wash and wipe and rock and type and bake and take and mop and pop, exactly like I did before. Then Daddy's up at 7, peeks in the bassinet, saying, ain't my dinner ready yet? Oh, what heaven, now we're three. And you're cheap cook and bottle washer, big cheap cook and bottle washer, cheap cook, bottle washer, baby, make her like me. Oh, I tell you, this is some life. But now, hallelujah, I'm through. Daddy's gone and the baby makes two. My time, hell, it's way overdue. My bills are paid, my future's made. I'm sailing off this rat hole. I'm getting off my knees, my way and in my prime and at my ease. So let 'em burn the bunting, let all the mopping stop. There'll be no more bread to bake or beds to make or floors to mop. Hey, porter, grab my luggage.